Hi guys, welcome back. For those of you that don't know me, my name's Emma from livinginperfectharmony.net. I am a therapist, an intuitive healer, and I specialise in recovery from childhood trauma, satanic ritual abuse and mind control. And I'm also a spiritual guide. So today's video is going to be about I was actually in two minds whether to do this in two separate videos or together. I think I'm going to put it together because I don't want either to get lost, the content. So we're going to start off with twin flames. So I am seeing a lot of posts about twin flames and people being upset that the twin flame is abusing them, or they've gone into separation, or the twin's gone off with a karmic. So to get to where I'm going with this, I think we need to come back down to basics and really explain what a light worker and a twin flame is. So a light worker is someone who kind of dedicates their life to humanity. They might have gone through a lot, they've had a calling, they've had a spiritual awakening, they're now beginning to heal, or they have healed from the trauma like I have. It can be, any level of trauma, really severe cases to, whatever it is. And they go through a healing process, they have a spiritual awakening. They then use the trauma that they've been through and that healing that they've been through to then help guide others out of the darkness and into the light. And that's what we're doing, and that's how we build this spiritual light army that people talk about. But it all begins inside first. It's all about healing, it's all about awakening, and it's all a process. It can't be rushed, we can't bypass things. We have to go through it, we have to do the work. So if you're pining over your twin flame, first and foremost, a twin flame relationship is two light workers who have awakened, getting together. Obviously in the beginning stages you trigger each other, so you go through the healing process. If you're genuine twins, and you'll go through the healing process, and you might go through the stages, and that can be short or long depending on, your situation. But then ultimately you both awaken light workers. You've come into union inside with your divine feminine and your divine masculine. You've healed from all your traumas. You've released all negative patterns like codependency, jealousy, or everything like that. So if you're writing posts that your twin flame is doing XYZ that you don't like, and you really do not know what to do right now, and you're so upset, and that's a sign that you need to go and heal. If it's genuinely a twin, they've pulled away, or they've been pulled away for a reason, so you can go and heal, because actually being like that is codependent, and twin flames are independent. We may become one, but it's not about codependency, it's about two independent people with two jobs to do. First and foremost, we are here for humanity. We're not here for the relationship. It's not going to be like a normal life kind of thing, working 9 till 5, and you come home, you get married, you have kids. You've got work to do. If you're in union with your twin flame, you're both going to be doing that work together, however that looks. So if you are feeling like that, I get it. I completely understand. I've been where you are right now. But you have to do the work. It's a sign. It's saying to you that these are issues you should not have. So when you go and heal them and you find happiness within, and not depend it on external things like, oh, well, if I'm in union with my twin, I'll be happy. No, you're happy because you want to be happy, not because of someone else or something else. It's not always a person. We can be codependent on anything. We can be codependent on food, cakes, whatever it is. But that's basically what we need to go within and heal. So that's where I wanted to go with that one. So how do we heal? This was the original video I was going to do, and then I saw the post about twins. I thought it was quite important to post this out, really, because it is all about healing, and it's all about, what do you want to do? If you're calling yourself a light worker or a twin flame, then you must think you're here for a purpose. So if you're here for a purpose, then surely you should be doing the work to heal and stepping into that purpose and coming in alignment with it. And then ultimately, if it is your twin, it'll bring your twin in, because you'll heal those aspects within your twin too. And if they're ready and they've awakened, and their free will is that yes, they would like to do this, then that's how things will end up. But it's a process, and it's a journey to get there, and it all starts within us first and foremost. And then it's about whether we're going to carry on serving ourselves or we're going to be of service to others. So if you resonate as a light worker or a twin flame, the ultimate goal is stepping into that life of service for others. So that's where we're at, really. And if that's the stage at the journey you're at, then I strongly recommend that you really go within right now and make the changes you need to make inside. Find your own happiness inside. Come into union with your own divine masculine and feminine that are inside. I post videos all the time, which you can find on YouTube or any of my other platforms. And my light language videos always involves a balancing of the chakras and balancing of the divine masculine and feminine within the heart. And as long as you keep doing that regularly along with your healing, that's how you're going to ascend and heal from all these things. So the other healing point I wanted to make, what did I write down for this one? So this was how to truly heal. So, as I say, healing isn't about, it's not about everyone that's gone through a trauma and therefore they need to heal. With ascension, as I mentioned before, we've got negative emotions that we need to release. So we could have jealousy, anger, rage, depression, anxiety. These are all things we need to heal within to ultimately reach that vibrational state of a more, doesn't have to be joyful all the time, because obviously life's not like that, but your baseline vibration will be that of calm, relaxed, happy, because you're going to become happy on the inside and not put that happiness onto external forces. We're learning to just deal with that ourselves. It's up to us if we're happy. It's not up to other people. So I forgot where I was going with that then. I always do this. If you're new here, then yeah. Yeah, so healing's very much about the mindset as well, and indeed really going into 5D is more about the consciousness. It's not like a completely different world like people say. You will start experiencing things differently, but it's not like we're going to another planet kind of thing. It's all consciousness, and that's what awakening is. And we kind of go up the levels as we progress through our healing, drawing strength from things, transmuting. So yeah, with the healing, we need to kind of get rid of those negative traits, anything we feel bad about. Like there might be something you hold on to that happened at school. You did something and you've always felt bad for it and you wish you didn't do it. That's healing. It might not seem huge on the scale of things compared to other people's stories you've heard. But for you, that's made an impact on your life, therefore it needs to be healed. So you go back to that moment in time. You can change the outcome within your mind however you want it to be. You can change that story in your mind that you've held on to, that this must make you a bad person. And you need to kind of tell yourself whatever resonates with you to help you release that and let it go, because you can't bring that into 5D. We have to release all baggage. So you might feel guilt around it. Well, you were a child, you're now an adult, you've learned from it, you haven't done it again. If you have done it again, well, now you realise it because you're acknowledging it. So from this point forward, you will no longer do that thing again. And therefore you're letting it go and you're leaving it there. And that's it. And that's how we heal. We have to always go back to the root cause. So healing does happen in layers when you're on a spiritual awakening. So there may be different aspects of some things that you will come back and revisit, and you'll heal it from a different perspective. But ultimately what your aim is these memories that cause an electrical charge within you, an emotion. If it's a bad one, that's what we want to be changing. So then whenever we look back at these memories, we're able to do it without it triggering that emotional response that we don't want. And oftentimes with things that happen when we're children, we tell ourselves stories from that child's perspective, and we carry that with us because it goes in the subconscious. If we've not realised as we've got older what actual story we're telling ourselves. And so we have to change that story as well from an adult perspective, because you might see things very differently. Like, I know I used to get blamed for a lot. As a lot of you will be aware, I grew up in a satanic family with SRA and mind control. And a lot was blamed on me for things. And obviously I carried that guilt around and shame and things for years. I didn't know until I got my memories back where exactly it was coming from. But once I did, I was able to go back then and speak to that younger version of me and, just come to the realization that actually I wasn't to blame. They were doing bad things and I was fighting against it. Well, that's my right as a human. And I was a child, so that doesn't make me bad. So you see how kind of perceptions can affect really how we feel a lot, and we don't even realise how much it does. So that was what I wanted to do today. As I say, I thought maybe it would be best putting them in 2 videos because yes, the twin flame is a separate issue, but it's also about the healing. These are the sorts of things you need to be doing if you are feeling as I've described, those kind of posts, which you can see they're genuinely upset, but that's the point that we need to heal and get past. Ultimately, God's not going to bring anyone to you that's not right for you. So you need to let go of the wrong ones. And a lot of the time, if a twin flame's abusing you, it's more than likely he's not actually a twin flame and it's a false twin. And the more you go within and heal and raise your vibration and gain more strength and things, and more of your spiritual gifts come online as well, and you learn to trust your intuition more, you'll be able to recognize who's more on the narcissist scale, say, toxic scale, and who's more spiritually awake and in the light, and at least trying to do the right thing. That's all we can do. We can come across toxic traits that we've got at any point, even when we've been years on our healing journey, and realise that, there's a bit of shadow there that we still need to look at and heal. So it's absolutely no judgment. It's all a process. But yeah, I just thought I'd get that video out, and I hope that helps at least one of you out there. I don't want to be triggering anyone. I am simply just trying to give you a bit of guidance on your spiritual journey and really get you going, because these are the foundational basics we need and the understanding we need. And we need to see where we're heading to, and we're heading to becoming service to others. So, I think understanding kind of the basics is a really beneficial kind of foundation to start building and get some stability in your life and start really engaging with this spiritual practice. Because, if you're feeling the call and you've been chosen, you're here for a reason. So let's get moving. All right. So thank you for watching. I will see you in the next video. If you would like to work with me, you can visit the website livinginperfectharmony.net, or you can contact me on any of my platforms. I was going to try and keep this to 10 minutes for TikTok, but I've gone over again. Never mind. So I will see you in the next video. Thank you for watching. Namaste.